Hello and welcome to another SketchUp tutorial. I kind of want to to kind of wrap things up. What I want you to do is go through the house and kit it out, like put some stuff in it. Use the 3D warehouse like we demonstrated from the previous thing. I modeled up this fireplace by hand, and that was kind of cool. You could, using like a transparent material for the front face of it. You could add windows, and honestly, we could have done windows earlier in the tutorial, windows and doors. And I need to increase my field of view to like 677, yeah, something, so I can see what's going on in here. Put some materials on things, add some furniture, add some appliances, just kind of get it looking like it's a little bit more lived in than sterile. Because what we're going to do is we're going to look at different ways to showcase the house for prospective clients or whoever. So we'll look at a few different ways that we can do that. And so we're going to start with the video option. Like, you can create a little series of scenes that you can use to show off the building that you've created. So, for example, make sure, like, if you're using scenes that are set to like make things disappear, like these, that when you go into them, you have the include an animation unchecked. And then I kind of reordered them. I put the first and second floor scenes at the very top. So then it starts with the overall one. And this one you'll see is included in the animation. And then you can just continue to add scenes like this. And when you hit play, it'll just kind of go through each one of these little shots. So then to make it kind of flow nicely, you might say, well, let's have one right here at the beginning, right outside the door. And then we'll add a new one. We hit the plus. It's going to take just a second. And we'll call this patio door. And actually, I might... if performance starts to struggle, then you're probably going to be overtaxing your system just a little bit. You can delete a couple of things. It doesn't have to be completely fully furnished, because honestly, even my computer, since we're using the web app, it isn't quite as powerful. I'm going to actually refresh this so that it's closer to the door. And then if you want nice little shots of moving through the house, you can use the tools here. So you can position the camera like here. And then it will automatically turn to the eyeball so you can rotate around. So then we'll create a little image like this. We'll call this living room. And then we'll get one of inside the kitchen. And you could like build an island in here if you wanted to. That's one of the things that I did in my other version of this. I had an island with a sink in it, because right now it doesn't have a sink. So we'll call this one kitchen. And then maybe you might have one that shows off the balcony, like something like this, or the loft bedroom. So this is one way that you can kind of show off or showcase your house. So this is loft. So then if we hit play, it'll go back to the beginning and show kind of the initial, like everything, and then it'll spend like a second or so on each slide. Oh, yep, the staircase one needs to go. And that's how it goes through. I'm going to actually delete this staircase one. You are gone. Because that was just a utility one that I was using earlier. Anyway, so that's one way that you can show it off. So you can, at like a showing or something, you can just hit play and then make this go away, and then just kind of let it run through this animation, and this can just be showing in the background, and people can like watch it go. Prospective clients can see what they're getting when they hire you. Another way that you can do some kind of fun stuff with SketchUp for showcasing your model is you can create special scenes that have. Let's look at our kitchen, because I think that's maybe the. Here's a nice view of the house that kind of showcases the main living area. So we're going to create a new scene. There we go, and we're going to call this. What we're going to do is we're going to export this to an image. So to export, and we'll just kind of refresh this as we go through. And what I kind of like to do is go into the styles menu here and look for. I think a lot of these are pretty useless, but the ones that I kind of like are the sketchy edges one. So you can pick kind of any one of these. One that kind of. I got some stuff selected. There we go. Something like that, maybe. Yeah, something like this. And then what you can do with this is you can render this to an image. So if I go like this, if I go up here and say export, and then select PNG, which stands for Portable Network Graphics, it's an image file format. And it will print that off as an image with the little SketchUp watermark because it's not the Pro version. And we can export that as an image file that then you can show off later. So export, and it'll download it to your computer. And you can save it to, say, your downloads file folder, and then you'll have that image. And so now I can have this as a printable image that I can show off. I can put it in a portfolio or something like that, and it looks really good. One last thing that I would like to show off is, let's go to our overall view. It'll take a second. Is another way that you can show things off is, let's just get rid of the second floor. Let's add this railing to the second floor here. So, oh yeah, I've added in a bunch of other stuff, so it's. Let's do. I want to show you a. I want to show you a way that you can do like a floor plan view. So I have my house. I got the second floor, and I just want to show off the first floor plan. So let's close the style menu and go to scenes, and then what we want to do is we want to change to a parallel projection, and then you can actually have it snap to certain views of the house. So here is the house with a parallel projection. There's no perspective. You see the difference between perspective and parallel? This one, everything's flat. You still get kind of a 3D effect, but it's all very, everything is given exactly the same amount of screen space. But this allows you to take like you can take this and export this as an image, and then that can become a sort of a floor plan model. And I mean, you could even actually add with the dimensions tool here underneath the tape measure, you can actually add dimensions for the entire house. I don't know why that's not working here. Oh, that's because I'm using the tape measure. But delete guys. Use the dimensions tool. You can actually create, dimensions off the. So you could create several of these and actually create something that looks like, or something that actually literally is a floor plan. You can also do this with a side view. I'll show you how you can do that. Let's have the whole house back on. Let's activate all of our tags, even with the ceilings and roofs. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this tool over here. Is it in here? Yes, here it is. So it's underneath the tape measure tool. There's this one right here called the section plane. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create, I'm going to create a plane on the side of the building. And then what you can do is you can move this there we go. and you can actually create cross sections of the house. And so then if I create another scene that looks at the house from the side, I can actually create like an elevation diagram that only shows this cross section of the house. And you could clean this up and add faces and stuff to this cross section to make it look nicer, or you could just leave it as is, which is usually my method. So, and then you can export this as an image and add heights and measurements and things like that to this. And you can make it so that this cross-section thing is only visible on certain scenes. And so, like, if I go back to, my overall view, the cross-section is gone. So, just another tool to add to kind of like your tool set with respect to, being able to export and showcase various aspects of your model. And so for this assignment, I want you to do a couple of things. Make a video. Make a video so that if I hit play in the thing, it'll run through the whole sequence of scenes. And then have at least one scene that looks like it would be something you would export. So like if I were to click on it, it would be something that I would export. I don't know why it's not changing the style. Anyway. If it doesn't work quite right, then that's fine. Last image to export. Oh yeah. Styles. That's what I want. Styles. Come on. He is really chugging on this. So just add styles. Try to add checks to all these and then hit refresh on here, and that'll add it as a scene. Boom. Go. Alright. So that's about it. Have a scene or two that looks like there's something that you might export. You might do a scene where you have a top-down floor plan view, and then just add it in here. So this is what I'll look at, is what scenes you have set up. And mine is really chugging here. If you do run into trouble with performance issues on this, try to just do a couple of screenshots and stuff of what yours might look like. Export some things to PNG files, and then we'll go with that. But we'll play it by ear, and just let me know if you run into any trouble. Other than that, thanks for watching, and I'm trying to get out to another view. It was saving, and it's currently saving, and that's what causes it to shrug. The thing that I think is causing the most trouble is this sofa, since it's got like some curved surfaces that SketchUp doesn't play nice with. We're not going to go into like how to make surfaces that look like this, because you honestly can't really do it in SketchUp free. So, but it's pretty cool looking. But I think that's what's causing most of my performance issues here. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next series.